Last question. Will Arsenal win the league?
No, they won't win the league. Manchester City will win the league. I hope Arsenal win the league. I'd rather have Arsenal win the league than Manchester City. I think it'd be absolutely sensational for the Premier League.
Is that as an analyst or as a fan?
No, as an analyst and a fan. When I think about watching the Premier League, we've seen City sweep up almost apart from Liverpool, haven't we, in 5 years? To think Arsenal can come through and win it, it adds to our league. It makes our league great. Of course, I'd love Manchester United to come and win it, but that I don't think is going to happen this season. So I'd love Arsenal to win it more than Manchester City. Of course I would. And I think that at some point there will be a very difficult period for Arsenal in this season. Is it conceivable that Arsenal are going to continue as they are? I don't think it is. Is it conceivable that they will draw 2 and lose 1 in a 3-game period? And if they did that, their lead's gone.
I've made a video about this already. I've talked about Arsenal not possibly winning the league because they didn't have the depth, the necessary depth for them to be able to compete in all competitions. And as you can see, Gary Neville made a lot of comments that infuriated Arsenal fans around the world. They felt like he hated Arsenal, and I guess he hates Arsenal. I argued with my friend who is an Arsenal fan, talking about the fact that Gary Neville was just being logical, like he doesn't have any hate for Arsenal, and he was able to convince me and give me reasons as to why Gary Neville actually hates Arsenal. Obviously, lots of Arsenal fans actually felt this way, but as time went on, as the season was almost getting to the end of it, a lot of Arsenal fans started believing. They actually started believing that, oh, okay, we may actually be good. And some of them became a bit arrogant to an extent. But I personally don't hold that against them. It's been long since they have even competed for the title like this. And you can't help yourself when you start getting excited. So during the last 3 games that Arsenal has played, the games have ended in a draw in very disappointing fashion. Against Liverpool, leading 2-0. I don't want to know how it is. When you lead 2-0, I know that it's Anfield. This my friend that is an Arsenal fan actually tried to convince me like, it's Anfield. Yeah, it's Anfield, but you led 2 goals to 0. But I was able to let go of that. But when they now drew with West Ham, after going up 2-0, as before 20th minutes, that was really terrible. That was really, really terrible. And at that point, I actually started feeling the fact that Arsenal may actually not win this league. I actually started feeling it, finally. And yesterday actually cemented it for me. It cemented it for me, finally. Southampton at the bottom of the league. At the bottom of the league, you should not be dropping points against them. You should not. When you are competing with the league, and some people were saying, oh, it's against Man City. Even if you were competing against Tottenham, if Tottenham were the second team, if Tottenham were second and were 5 points behind you, you should not be drawing against Southampton at your home. It's just awful. And some people may be wondering, this guy is not an Arsenal fan. Why does he care? I do care. Because I think most football fans around the world, outside of Man City fans or maybe Tottenham fans, would be supporting Arsenal in this Premier League title race. If you aren't, then you need to be checked. You really need to be checked. Maybe I have a very cheap medical doctor that can help you with that. Seriously, I've tried to be optimistic. Even after the West Ham game, I was like, okay, if they win Southampton, they would go 8 points clear. Then when they play City, the pressure will be on City. And maybe something could happen in that particular situation. But after yesterday's game, I think Arsenal are done. It's really showing the fact that Saliba is on in that defense. And I made a video about this thing. I made a video about the fact that Arsenal needs to get themselves knocked out in all competitions, that they couldn't compete with City. And lo and behold, I was right. Where did Saliba and Tomiyasu get injured? The Europa League game. And I get it, Arteta still rotated his team during that game, but they lost Saliba and Tomiyasu, who they could be using right now. The fact that Rob Holding is playing for a team that is pursuing the Premier League title, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Right now, if Tomiyasu was fit, Ben White would have been able to slide into the centre-back position. And obviously, if Saliba was fit, Arsenal's defense would have been way better than how it is right now. But the fact that they lost those two players, they just can't keep up. And to make matters worse, Arteta is so obsessed with this Zinchenko stuff. I don't understand it. I get it. Zinchenko plays the way Arteta wants his left back to play, which is coming into the midfield. But at this point, you are seeing that you are having issues in your defense. You should not be playing Zinchenko anymore. You should not. Kirantini is a way better defender than Zinchenko. Zinchenko is almost like Alexander-Arnold without the offensive output. Seriously. He can't defend for shit. He can't. And I'm beginning to look at Arteta as someone that may not actually be that great of a manager, because I've seen a lot of mistakes that he has made recently. He may be a good manager in terms of building a team, nurturing players, bringing up young players. But is he really the guy that has the tactical know-how to be able to lead Arsenal to trophies? I thought so. I actually thought so. But watching recently, I'm beginning to have my doubts. Really, I'm beginning to have my doubts. Because against Liverpool, you were being pressed. You were being pressed to the brink. And you were still playing Zinchenko, a guy that cannot defend for shit. You have Kirantini, who is a very, very good defender and can also bomb forward. You are alienating him in the team. Now the guy wants to leave. Arteta has been playing the same players. I mean, like, yesterday he went to go and play Vieira. This guy, I know his name is Vieira, but he's a white Vieira, not a black Vieira. The guy is useless, at least for now. Maybe in future, he could pick up form, I don't know. But looking at him, he looks lightweight for the Premier League. I just don't think he can play in the Premier League. Maybe La Liga he could play. But the Premier League, he looks too lightweight. But everything is possible. He could go and bulk up in the summer. I don't know. But right now, he should not be playing. If Xhaka was not available, since you are so obsessed about Zinchenko, you put Zinchenko in the midfield. Put him in the midfield and play Kirantini in the left back. Sorry, guys. This thing is just really annoying to me. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I just don't want City to win another Premier League title. It's ridiculous. City is everything wrong with football. They are. Right now, they're not going to be punished for the financial doping that they have done. They're not going to be punished. I made a video about it where everybody was so happy when the news came out at first. People were so happy about the fact, oh, City. I made a video about it that City, nothing is going to happen to them. The Premier League is run by human beings, not robots. And human beings are always susceptible to bribes. And the fact that, and I knew that there is nothing that is going to happen. I knew that. If you are a football fan, Arsenal has to win this Premier League. They have to. But obviously, I'm losing hope. I know this is football. Anything can happen. So, until the final whistle is blown for the end of the Premier League, some people may say they shouldn't write off Arsenal completely. But they have to win against City at Etihad. They have to. And I cannot bet on that. I can't bet on that. Like, I don't think it will happen. I'm sorry. Arsenal fans that might be watching this video, I'm very, very sorry. I don't see you guys winning Manchester City. I just don't see it. I just don't. You're not winning City. The highest you could get from that game is a draw, and that's not enough. At that point, that is not enough. You need to win this game. Even if Arsenal were complete with Saliba and Ben White on the right and everybody was complete, I wouldn't still have any hope. But with the way the team is right now, it will take a miracle. Playing Rob Holding in the centre back, still playing Zinchenko, because Arteta seems like one of those stubborn managers. He's going to still play Zinchenko. I just think there's just no way around it. There's just no way. I just don't see it. It's really annoying. It's really, really annoying. And I was arguing with my friend. Our friendship almost ended because I was telling him that Arsenal have bottled the league title. And he was telling me, that nobody predicted that Arsenal would win the league. This is that they've even done so well to even be at this position. Yeah, fine. I agreed. They have done so well to be in this position. But you have topped the Premier League since November. You have. And if this was just like, okay, maybe teams are outplaying you and making you drop points, then I could understand. But when you lead 2-0 in 2 straight games and drop points, that is bottling. No matter how you want to look at it, that is bottling. When you play the bottom team in the Premier League at your home, which is supposed to be like a gimme game, and you draw that game, you are bottling. And the fact that Ramsdale was out here making that mistake, that is a sign of it. That is a sign of a team that is weak mentally, which is bottling. That means mentally you are not ready for this, and you are just making mistakes all over the place. And that's what Arsenal have been doing in the last 3 games, making mistakes upon mistakes upon mistakes. That is bottling. Yeah, at the beginning of the season, you were deemed not good enough, but you are here. You are here, and the way in which you are losing is what makes you to be called bottlers. Not because you actually join the games. If Liverpool came on now, they played, Arsenal played, no mistakes. The game, maybe it was 1-0, then 1-1, 2-1, then 2-2. Fine. But when you lead 2-0, dominating the game, all of a sudden you collapse, Liverpool almost killed you. Then you now play West Ham, leading 2-0 after 20 minutes and still capitulate. Then you now play the bottom team in the Premier League and you cannot even win. That is bottling. I'm sorry. Me and my friend were arguing about this. He was trying to defend Arsenal that this is not bottling. This is. I get it. Maybe Arsenal were not primed to win this at the start of the season, but you are here and you are bottling. That's just the truth of the matter. You are. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I would like to know what you think about this Premier League title. Who do you want to win this Premier League? And do you think Arsenal can still win this Premier League, or is the juggernaut of City going to prevail? Let me know that in the comments. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.